these models it's popping, I tip her. I skip her, I give her the. Girl, you on my line right now. Yeah, I can see the signs right now. Feeling like a boss right now. Feeling like a boss right now. And you just took a loss right now. Dripping in the sauce right now. Get a sprinkle up my style. I'm about to lock down.
Feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine.
Spaceship. I swear my life is amazing. Blowing money, no hesitation. Dimes, no basic. I know these be hating, but that's what made me
feel like in the real life, dripping all sauce in the good life. You shine, I shine, and ain't nobody gonna take mine. I just wanna be a boss. I will never ever fall.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds, oh yeah.
Y'all know his name? Ayo, Mac, ladies and gentlemen, C5. Oh! Wayne time. Oh! Yeah, yeah, yeah. Woo! Zone, 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 zone. Let me see your shoulders work. I mean, I don't know what y'all came here to do, but if you ain't got a lighter, what for?
What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. You a roughneck, I'm a cutthroat. You a tough guy, that's enough jokes. Then the sun died, the night is young though. The diamond still shine, in the rough. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, where the ones go? It's a show, put you front row. Talking bro, let your tongue show. Money over and above, that is still my favorite love quote. Put the aside, what the for? I sleep with the and she don't snow. What the yo? Where the love go? Trade the ski mask for the it's a bath. Where the suns go? It's a Swiss beat. That'll drums go. If she's iffy, that'll go. If she's sip, double cup toast. I got a duffel full of hundos. That'll love go. Where's the uproar? What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. Get the though. I don't bluff, bro. I come out the scuffle without a scuffle. Bro, I don't though. Yellow diamonds up close, catch a sunstroke at your front door with a store. Knock, knock, who's there's how it won't go. Just the jungle, so have the utmost for the nutsos. And we nutso, what the bro? Where I'm from, bro. We grow up fast, we roll up slow. We throw up, she throw up. Dreadlock, ain't time like you don't know. Put the in the bag like a lawnmower. Head pull back like a cornrow. Extra in the stash like a console. Listening to Bono, you listen to Dono. What the bro? Where the love go? Swizzy, he the chef. I like my lunch gross. Just look up, bro. That the scuds go. I see the. But where did bro go? To the unknown. Only way he coming back is through his unborns. If you see what's in my bag, think I'm a lord. It's empty when I give it back. Now where's the uproar? What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo. What the though? Where the love go? 5, 4, 3, 2, I let one go. Wow, get the though. I don't bluff, bro. At your head, like a buffalo.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Redskins. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on a first down. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Smith and the Redskins will come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. First carry for Darius Geis. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Back to throw, Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They pitch it out to Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in 3rd and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
50. Snickers, you got to spin. All right, let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Let's go. Corner. Jack 16.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They run. Cook. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Snickers, you gotta spin. Corner. Double bump. Snickers, 66.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like he just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
4 down. Focus.
A toss to Cook. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Snickers, you gotta spin.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
77.
They'll run for it with Cook. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
It's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
52, 35.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
To throw is Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. And this belongs to the Vikings. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball because you're going after him.
Cook on the toss left. Oh, eluding the tackle. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Right back to him on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out now come the Redskins. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. Space to maneuver at the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The final shot here before break. Smith. And it's is incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 23 yards on the play. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Out of the gun, Smith. And his pass incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on third and goal. They run with Geis. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a fourth and goal.
Another stop on third down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So now on fourth down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. The 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 78 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Carlson now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Set. Switch.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Smith. And able to find Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Slot. Yeah, 52. 35.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. From the red zone now, Smith. going for it all. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Smith. Going to throw again. Steps away to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Geis receives the pitch, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Ready, 580.
Smith. This will be caught at about the 6. Back now at FedEx Field. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, back up.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
They start the drive with Cook. Showed the nice footwork and then hit and drop shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's 1st and 10.
What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up? Like I said.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Hook with a first down and much more. And he gets it all the way down to the 3.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go. These two.
They'll run with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Carlson now to kick this one away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first down, this is Geis. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
35. Not on. 5 down. Stand up in. I said. Check three.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have the big cushion. Here in the final stages of this one, I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it. When they first started talking about this game, leading up to it during the week, going on the road, unfamiliar city, obviously, unfamiliar hotel. No one's going to be with you once you get to the stadium. They're all going to be against you. You name it, all those things they had to deal with, they were able to conquer them and do it convincingly.
Yeah, they did it very convincingly, and now the final moments of this one. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Vikings, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year.